Hey, it's Jordan with TYT Politics. I'm here in a very lavish studio. Don't even ask. But I'm here with Susie, they call you. And you were one of the, I'd say, victims of war crimes, really. You kind of fell through the cracks in terms of media attention, but your story is just as important. From your point of view, you were on that bridge on November 20th, freezing water being shot.
Actually, no. I got taken out within the first 30 minutes. I am information. I am dispatched for Kitchita. They took me out within the first 30 minutes. They actually pointed a cannon at my head, shooting 5 or 6 rounds that I remember from my sight. While they barreled to my face, and one actually hit my eye, and I embraced that pain. But actually, no, I was taken out very early, probably within 30 minutes of that 6 hour battle that night. Of course, of war crimes, and war tactics, you take out your information hub first. And there, we got witnesses pointing me out from the officers, which they did a good job of that.
And the tear gas canisters were shot pretty much point blank range near you.
Yes, 15 feet maybe in front of me, straight directly at my head. I got a headshot. I had like about this much room before they would actually hit my temple. I would have been dead today, which I'm so grateful I'm not, because I do have 4 children at home that have been bearing with me so much. And I'm going back in, they're in boarding school right now. So I'm just so grateful I'm still alive here today. Being
Talk to me about the first day or two, because I know there was this frantic 48, 72-hour period that the government let you down. Pretty much public information also let you down.
Geez, my IHS with the Navajo plan plus my Arizona Medicaid was not good enough. Grube Retina Center in Mandan was turned me away without no insurance. So then I call up my mom, who works for IHS, who calls up the IHS facility that's under my district, who tries to get a liaison to work through Standing Rock, which Standing Rock would not accept me, which I don't understand either. And then to get me care, and then I finally get the care that I need, but I'm already in Fargo a day later because of all of these things that are happening. And but Grube Retina Clinic did push me out, even though it was a 72 hours emergency retina reattachment to my eye, and I'll never see again. It took too many days. I fell through the cracks of our system. And that's why I'm standing here now. I know this is a bigger battle. I came here to save the water in the Mini Wachoni, which I hope we did. I don't know where they're relocating this. All the things that went out yesterday, I'm not too sure about these things. I think they're ploy tactics to try to like chase off of our vets that are here. But when it comes to our Native American health insurance and our state health insurance as Arizona Medicaid, I did not get the treatment and the everything that I needed to save my eye in 72 hours, which is sad. And I hate to say this, being Sophia, being white, and it's hard because I'm white also. I'm only half Navajo. I'm half Scott Irish. But for me to be unable to get the treatment I needed to save my eye over her arm, that's fine. But your eye, like, I'll never see again. Like, those are the windows to your soul. It's just everything. Your eye is everything. I would have lost an arm over any day over my eye. I would have traded both my arms over my eyes, honestly. And it just hurts me to have to say that, because I shouldn't have to explain why it's so important being Native American, and then just our health care. It's sad. Our treaties, they need to be honored, not only for our land, but also health care is included in those treaties. We need to take back just not only our land, but they need to honor our treaties as health care, because obviously I am the reason. I am the crack that fell through. I am the person that fell through these cracks.
I want our viewers to really understand what happened and understand how the healthcare system screwed you. So you said the first 72 hours was critical, where if you would have got the proper health care, they could have somehow saved your retina. Can you explain that?
Yeah, from there I got sent back to the ophthalmologist after. We'll start from the beginning. Okay, I went to the emergency room. They did stitches. They put me to sleep, and I woke up about 8 a.m. being forced out of my bed, being forced to order breakfast. Like, I was so dizzy I could barely wake up. They forced me into the shower. Luckily, the CNA was so nice, and she was she was able to like help bathe me because I couldn't even lift up my own arms at the moment. Then I get chased out of the room without eating my breakfast and sent down to the lobby. And they asked me earlier that morning if I knew anybody that could come help me. I said, no, I don't have nobody's phone number. I don't know. But can you please call Standing Rock EMT, because I'm sure they have the phone number from the medics there at camp that call them all the time, somebody to help me. But no, I get drifted off into the lobby. Once I get drifted off to the lobby, I ask again. I said, so did you guys call? And then they're like, well, there's a phone over there for you. That's what the lady told me. And so...
And at this point, were you holding your eye? What was something blocking your eye?
No, nothing was blocking my eye. Honestly, they didn't even have it taped up. Nothing. And I didn't understand that either, because, like, the doctor right now, the retina specialist, he has me have my eye covered completely with like gauze and everything underneath for at least 24 hours after each time, because the health of my eye, like the fact that my retina is detached or was partially detached, which is now like detached, that has nothing to do with why I'm not going to be able to see. The trauma to my eye was so bad from getting the tear canister straight to my eyeball that's the reason I'll never see again. And that's the reason I only have a 5% chance of ever being able to see any form of light again, which I can kind of see redness a little bit, but
we know how the Morton County police works. This video is going to go out. They're going to call you a liar. They're going to say other protesters were playing with propane and tear gas, and that's how you got hurt.
You know what? That's bullshit, because I was taken out within the first 30 minutes. They knew what they did. They pointed me out to another officer that pointed me out. They targeted me being dispatched. They know who Susie is. They've seen me here a long time. It's bullshit. We have witnesses to this. We have witnesses saying to do headshots to women. They can go ahead and say whatever they want, because I am not like Sophia. And unlike Sophia, pushing whatever she did. I don't know what she did, if she even did that, because I can't believe Morton County half the time, because all they do is just lie all the time. They just lie all the time.
And the media helps them lie.
Yes, and their media helps them lie. And that's what's sad. Like, that's why I'm very, cautious to which media I do, because your words can be twisted in so many ways. But you know what? Fuck Morton County. I'm just straight up telling them that right now. My eye is the reason because of Morton County. And they know they did this to me. They know who I was. They did this on purpose to me. They targeted me out within the first 30 minutes. I was the first ambulance. It took an hour for the ambulance to even get here to get me. Nobody else was even hurt at that time, before the water cannons went off and before these people were doing all sorts of things. And that's also what upsets me, because you know what? Sometimes being a Kitchita, I have to stand against my own people. I have to turn my back with the police officers and turn against my own people to make sure that they're safe, because they don't know what they're doing when they're running up to those front lines. They're very unprepared. Like the woman the media woman, I don't know who she was, but I just left. Okay, they're hooking up the second truck. I walk in with the second truck. Normally I'm behind the Kitchita. I'm dispatched. So I hear a woman yell for help. So I duck down. I go reach for her. And as I do that, I hear the cannon go off. So I turn my head, I look up, and normally these things are going 50, 100 feet in the air. Hell no. 5, 6 straight to my face. 15 in front of me. Straight in front of me. One hits me. I already embraced that. I already knew it was coming. I could feel it. I could see it on fire as it hit my face. I grab my eye. I turn around. And as I run, they shoot me with a rubber bullet right here. Right in my back. Right on my ass, which made me fall, which made me yell, "Amakiapo, help me!" Which I think the woman that I was going to originally help, which I left myself vulnerable, which was wrong. I shouldn't have left myself so vulnerable, but, with an intuition and just being a normal human being, you hear somebody yell for help, you just go to them, and that's the main reason why I'm hurt today. And I don't fall under the categories of a lot of the other people that they call agitators or whatever. I don't, because I've been on these front lines for so long, and I keep those people back, those passionate people. Their hearts are just so much passion. I don't call them agitators. I just call them passionate, because, I feel the same way they do. I do every day, but I know that I cannot act this way. This is not what the tribe wants of them, and we have to remain prayerful. So that's my job as a Kichita, and it's a really hard job to have to sometimes turn and be on the side, like turning with the cops and looking at your own people to help them know, or just to let them know that what they're doing is it's careless, and it puts other people's lives in jeopardy as well as mine that day.
Last question. I think the instinct for people around the country is to see a headline, Barack Obama doesn't give a final permit, and to, celebrate him as, the great saint of Standing Rock. But, war crimes were committed here, and you're a symbol of that. And I don't think that should go, unanswered for. What would you like to see happen, not just to Morton County Police, but all the politicians and just all the people who stood silent, looked the other way as people like you were savaged, assaulted, and now your life is forever changed?
You know what? I'm working on I want to sue. They said sue them to death, Susie. And I like money is not important to me. I could really care less about money. I'll probably end up giving all this money away in so many different ways. But the fact that is somebody needs to be held responsible for what happened to me. Morton County, those tear gas cannons say they only got 30 feet. 30 feet within somebody and they'll hurt somebody. They weren't even 15 feet in front of me when they launched these at my face purposely. Two, the people at DAPL. I blame DAPL also. I believe they should be in my lawsuit, because if it wasn't for them paying off Morton County to freaking protect them so much, this wouldn't have happened either. Thirdly, I want to, there's a few doctors, a few CNAs or nurses that did have legitimate hearts to try to help me. They're all responsible, as well as our Native American health insurance, as well as my own tribe. I'm not even going to lie. There's faults there, as well as our government with these treaty issues. There's so many people responsible, but the treaties is where it begins. As Native Americans, we're promised health care as part of these treaties for our land. It's bullshit that I did not get the health care that I needed with state insurance and with IHS Navajo. My eye could have been saved. I could be seeing today, but it's already happened. I have to remember that, to remain humble to that. It does very upset me very much. I just don't want this to happen to anybody else. And they say this war is over. They say that these things have been revoked, but it hasn't. I think this is another ploy tactic, like I was explaining earlier. It's another ploy tactic because they're scared of all these veterans that came in, and we need to stand here with Standing Rock still, because I don't think this is over. They've been drilling every day that they said they're not supposed to be drilling. They're willing to pay those fines. They're willing to pay every day those fines. So with my eye, I'll get over it. But standing with Standing Rock, we need to save the Mini Wachoni. I don't think this is, despite the press release, the Armored Corps saying it's revoked, I don't think it's saved yet. It's still under... they're probably drilling right now. Why are the lights still on? Why?
Well, there's nothing really I could say that's going to make things better, but I will, on my end, keep this attention on. And thanks for your bravery and everything you've done.
Thank you. I've followed this guy a long time. I've seen him around camp a long time, and I really appreciate what you do. I really do.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, but I do have a GoFundMe, and it is by Cherie Lynn Solomon, my cousin's sister. A lot of people have been saying it's fake. It's not fake. I just haven't been able to access it yet because my ID was taken at North Camp. And because she put for Vanessa Dundon by Cherie Lynn Solomon, GoFundMe wants an ID. And so I have to get back to Arizona to get that ID, which I've been unable to get so far. So please just keep sending support to my GoFundMe. You can also directly money order me to Stephen Hansen, but you have to give me that reference number to my Facebook, Sue, SIOUXZ, Desba, DEZBAH, care of Stephen Hansen. So that would help me out in the meantime, because I'm sure, I think my GoFundMe is around $100,000. A new eyeball transplant is going to cost me, I'm sure, a lot more than $100,000. Unfortunately, probably cost me like $1 million.
Well, we'll put the information at the bottom of this video so you could go to her GoFundMe. You could learn more about her. And she might say money's not everything. I agree. But we're going to try to get this woman some money to make her life a little easier. And thanks again. I appreciate it.